There are a few mistakes that all diehard HHN fans know not to make when they are visiting the event. Here are a few of the important ones so that you can get the most out of your HHN visit.
Welcome back, guys. Now, if you're new to this channel here, we talk about things Universal, Disney, and like this video, Halloween Horror Nights. So be sure to subscribe and especially like this video, for it does help our channel out to be able to create more content for you guys. So let's get started into the 7 things that you guys should not do at Halloween Horror Nights Orlando.
And we also wanted to start this video off by saying that this list is not comprehensive, so we're going to be going over 7 of the most common mistakes that we see, but there are definitely way more things that you probably shouldn't do when you're at HHN. But these are going to be the 7 most common mistakes that we see happen. So the first thing that you don't want to do at Halloween Horror Nights is touch, hit, or spit on the scare actors. This may sound pretty common sense, but you would be surprised how many people actually do this. Just remember that the scare actors, even though they look scary, they are just normal people trying to do their jobs, so just try to be respectful. And on top of that, touching the scare actors is a really good way to get thrown out of the park.
And you ain't getting a refund for that.
We have even heard of people getting charges pressed against them in very extreme cases, so just be smart and keep your hands to yourself.
Now, another common mistake a lot of people do make while attending this event is sneaking their own alcohol in, which you shouldn't. Universal's been doing this event for 30 years, and their security is focused on trying to find people who are sneaking their own alcohol in, as well as leaving the event as well. Also, this event is geared towards adults, which we've seen our fair share of babies and toddlers around. I don't know why you would bring your baby and toddler. That should be another reason or thing you should not do. That's a mistake. However, this event is geared towards adults. It's a nighttime event, and it's usually over the weekends, and it's around Halloween, so we all know that alcohol is heavy at this event. The Universal security guards, they are aware of this, they are looking out for it, and don't worry about doing this because Universal, at the event, they have plenty of alcohol for you to purchase.
Yeah, the most likely thing that will happen is the security guards will pour it out in front of your face, so just save the money and budget to actually buy alcohol once you get into the event. In fact, Universal actually makes the majority of their revenue for the entire year just off of alcohol sales from HHN. The next mistake that you should avoid making is wearing uncomfortable shoes. So we know that this is a nighttime event, you want to look good, but especially my ladies, you want to leave the heels at home because you're going to be spending most of your time at HHN either walking or standing in line. And you know, if you've ever walked in heels for longer than a few hours, you know that that's not very comfortable. Not only that, but you're going to be walking through busy crowds with like scare actors running after you, and some of the houses can be pretty dark, and some of them actually have water effects. So in order to avoid slipping, tripping, or getting blisters, just make sure you wear comfortable shoes.
Like these. These are the shoes that you want to wear. Sneakers.
Everybody should wear this exact pair.
Yeah, don't wear flip-flops either. Sneakers. Now, another mistake that we have heard of before that people do is they try to show up to the event wearing a costume or one of these like full head masks.
Like Michael Myers, Freddy, Jason.
Those guys, yeah. Don't be one of those guys. They'll be at the event there for you. Now, Universal won't allow you to wear this or bring it into the parks, and this is one of those like mistakes that you can make where you get all the way to security and then you get to go back to the car or back to the resort. Now, the next mistake that you guys should avoid making at Halloween Horror Nights is usually the most commonly made one, and that's by arriving on time.
Arriving on time?
Yes, what I mean by arriving on time is usually the event starts around 6 to 6:30. If you're on time for that event pulling in the City Walk like at 5:45, 6 o'clock or so is everybody else, which means you're gonna be stuck in traffic, stuck through security, and stuck even getting up to the front gate. The event's been going on for an hour. It's something you don't wanna avoid. Now, if you do wanna learn more what I mean by that, we do have a video that we did recently on that, and we'll leave that link down in the description below. So always plan to arrive early, and if you get to City Walk pretty early before the event starts, no problem, just hang around and maybe even grab something to eat.
So that leads us into our next mistake, which is going to the event on an empty stomach. So this may sound weird because HHN has all their like famous foods like their pizza fries and and the twisted taters, but if you are wanting to really get the full experience of the event with the houses, the scare zones, and the shows, you don't want to spend a ton of time waiting in line for food. And the lines for food can get pretty long, especially on the busy nights.
Extremely long.
So on top of that, the food at HHN, just like any other theme park food, is going to be pretty expensive. So eating beforehand is going to not only save you time to be able to go through the houses and the scare zones, but it will also save you some money because, like I said, the food at this event can be a little pricey.
And not to mention, if you're gonna go there and have a couple of beverages like a lot of people do, you don't wanna go on an empty stomach. People scaring you, alcohol in the stomach, no food, doesn't really lead to good consequences.
Yeah.
Now, all of these mistakes finally lead us into our last one that you guys should not make. And I cannot emphasize this enough, but do not show up to the park trying to purchase your ticket. If you go there, you should already have your ticket. If you show up to purchase your ticket, it means you're already behind the game, which means you're probably gonna stand in line for an hour just to buy the thing. Now, what I also wanna emphasize is sometimes Horror Nights, they do sell on certain ticket types. They don't just have the regular admission to the parks. They also have things like Express Pass, which is a big game changer for you guys who wanna experience as much as you can, as well as RIP tours, which is a little bit heftier in the price size, but it is something, an experience that if you really love Horror Nights, something that you should truly try to look into.
And those do sell out early, so you really want to make sure that if that is something that you want to do, you buy that in advance. Not only that, but they do offer some discounts earlier in the year, like in the summer when they first release tickets. So if you really want to save money, plan your trip ahead of time and buy your tickets online like way before the event even starts.
Yeah, this helps you be prepared for the event because it is a long event. It's a fun event. You guys will enjoy it when you do go, but don't show up trying to purchase a ticket. Do it online, do it in advance, so when you get there, you're ready to go.
Yeah. All right, so that does it for our top mistakes that you should avoid at HHN. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a like as it really helps out our channel. And if you've visited HHN before and made a few mistakes of your own, be sure to comment down below and let us know what those are.
So thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. We're super excited to put more Horror Nights videos out there for you guys because Horror Nights is coming around the corner and there's so much more information that Universal has to share with us. So be sure to subscribe to stay in the know with everything that we're talking about Horror Nights here on this channel, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye, guys.